Hello future eBay seller, I can see you're a little confused about how eBay fees work. But don't worry, because I'll be going over almost everything in this video. Here are eBay fees explained. Before I even talk about the fees you incur on a sale, let me first talk about how you can avoid fees when listing. So if you're new on eBay, chances are you probably haven't listed an item yet, or you tried to list an item, but the listing process was way too complicated for you to understand. So if you're selling old stuff around your house, things from garage sales and thrift stores, what I recommend you do is just copying someone else's listing so you can avoid some fees. I'll explain more of this later, but to copy someone's listing, let's say I'm trying to sell this Logitech mouse. We'll look up Logitech mouse, then we go to sold. Then we find our item, whatever it is. Let's say it's this one right here, and then sell one like this. Doing this ensures you're not making any mistakes when listing an item, especially if the person whose listing you're copying has good feedback and it looks legit. Basically, you want to copy other people's listings because there are some fine bills you can rack up if you make a simple mistake. An example of this is adding subtitles to your eBay listing, and that's a $1 fee. And another example, although this will probably never happen to you, I was listing a Dymo label printer and I accidentally listed it under the printing press category. Turns out if you list something under commercial printing press, it'll cost you a $5 fee. Basically, all I'm trying to say is copy someone else's listing that looks legitimate, doesn't look, sketchy. It's just so that you don't make some beginner mistakes. Now let's get into insertion fees. When you start a brand new eBay account, you're going to have a monthly sale limit. When I started, mine was I could sell 15 items or $500 worth of product. However, that was like a year ago and things changed. It could be different now. But once I were to pass those 15 items listed, every single item that I listed after that would incur an insertion fee. I'm not gonna go too in depth into the insertion fees because all you really need to know is never be in a situation where you have to pay them. You can always get past it for free. If you hit your monthly limit, just call eBay and ask them to raise it for you. 9 times out of 10 they will, and if they say they won't, just call back, an hour later with a different representative. And also, if you're at the point where you've just called multiple times, you can also just buy an eBay store. The cheapest eBay store is $7.95 a month, which raises your selling limit. However, if you were to buy a store and you were actually at the limit where you needed a store, I would recommend just going for the next level, which I think is like $27.95 a month. And what that does is it allows you to get, I think, $25 coupons each quarter, so every 4 months, and you can use that money to buy stuff like tape, poly bags, whatever you want, but the tape from eBay is always the best. But yeah, the eBay stores, I recommend them, but if you're just a starter, just calling eBay will do just fine. So yeah, I recommend the stores if you're at that level, but to start, calling eBay works just fine. Depending on when you're watching this video, eBay may have ditched PayPal completely and went full managed payment mode. In the case that they have converted to managed payments, basically in the past, what happened was eBay and PayPal were coexisting. When you made a sale on eBay, it went straight to your PayPal account, and there's so much wrong stuff that happened there. PayPal sucks. I hate PayPal so much. But now, instead of waiting for the money to go to your PayPal and then transferring the money from your PayPal to your bank account, eBay Managed Payments literally just sends your money from eBay straight to your bank account. And you don't gotta deal with your PayPal account getting locked for some stupid reasons. But in both cases, the fees were relatively the same at around 13%. So let's say you're at a store and you're trying to calculate the profitability of an item. Let's say I see something cool on the shelf and it's selling on eBay for 50 bucks. We will do 50 times 0.87 because that's where the 13% comes from. 87 plus 13 is 100%, but equals 43.5. And let's say that the item on the shelf costs $20. So we'll subtract $20 from that, and we're left with $23.50 in profit, but we still have to ship this item. Let's say shipping is gonna cost us 12 bucks. So if we spend $20 on an item and we sell it on eBay for 50, with $12 shipping, we will be making $11.50 in profit. And if you do actually sell an item and you notice the payout is a lot bigger than you thought it would be, you're probably not taking into account that eBay charges you a monthly invoice for all of the fees at the end of the month. This can hurt a lot of sellers because they may get their paycheck from eBay and think they can go spend it all. However, they do have to pay that hefty 13% at the end of the month. That's how it's been for a long time. However, maybe when you're watching this video, they may have changed it and they charge you the 13% on your actual sale or when it goes into your bank account. Regardless, if you feel like you are getting paid more money than you should, then you will probably be met with a nice bill. So just make sure you don't spend all your money in case that is the situation. So they usually charge invoices at the end of the month. However, things may change in the future. We don't know. Now let's talk about shipping. Shipping is not a fee, but you do have to include it in the cost of things. Let's say you want to sell, I don't know, this water bottle for $20. It's probably gonna cost like $8 to ship that. So when you list an item on eBay, don't list it for $20, list it for $28 with free shipping, or list it for $20 with $8 shipping added. Keep that in mind, because if you don't incorporate shipping into your price, you are gonna get screwed over. The prices of postage keeps going up. Make sure you cover your behind. So I know I showed you guys that whole calculator method of multiplying the sale price by 0.87. Personally, what I like to do is I like to multiply it by 0.85 just to take into account, you know, anything weird that can happen. Like maybe there's a best offer on my item and someone tries to lowball me, or I lower the price because it doesn't sell after a few weeks or months. I just want to keep everything in mind when calculating the profitability. So I just do it by 0.85 because it's an easier number. But just as a rule of thumb, if you don't pay insertion fees, you don't do all the extra stuff like subtitles, all that stuff, eBay fees are going to be around 13%. If you guys have any questions about shipping or selling on eBay, please go ahead and watch this video to the left. I have one that explains shipping on eBay, and go ahead and comment down below any questions you have. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, whatever social media platform it is. Thank you for sticking to the very end. I hope you guys took some value out of this video, and I'm out. Later.